And now, coming to the stage, the Executive Director of Fight Corporate Monopolies. Please welcome Helen Brosnan.
Hello. Thank you so much, Lindsay, and thank you, Groundwork, and thank you everyone for being here today and for gathering all of us here today at EconCon. I'm very excited to be with you all. I just first want to offer a tremendous amount of gratitude for the collective work so many people in this room did over the past 2 years to really deliver such powerful and decisive wins. It's no small feat to defy the odds, prove the pundits wrong, and also offer an affirmative vision for the country in a difficult political moment. But we did it, so thank you. I'm the Executive Director of Fight Corporate Monopolies. We are the sister organization of American Economic Liberties Project, and we are a progressive advocacy and electoral organization dedicated to breaking up political and economic concentrations of power. And this is a really exciting moment for us. For the last year, we've been standing up programs to build evidence that a progressive, populist economic framework rooted in sharp local contrasts with powerful corporate entities could bolster Democratic candidates' electoral performance. Last week, we saw our theory come to life in many ways. A diverse set of candidates who were able to expand beyond partisan divides to villainize the giant corporations that price gouge, ship jobs overseas, abuse workers and small businesses, and corrupt our politicians and democracy, both made inroads with persuadable independent voters and excited an existing Democratic base of voters who are fed up with the status quo. We conducted a large research project that ultimately showed there is widespread popular support for economic populist perspectives across race, geographic, and education lines, including bold policy ideas we don't often hear in the mainstream. And so many candidates really came through and responded to that demand this cycle. We disseminated messaging, research, policy interventions, and conducted several independent expenditure efforts and saw that taking on corporate power finally is a winning case. From Congressman-elect Pat Ryan in upstate New York pledging to take on the utility monopolies in his county, to Congresswoman-elect Summer Lee offering a vision of multiracial working-class solidarity in the face of massive corporate influence in our politics, to Senator John Fetterman embodying economic populism at every turn, to Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison fighting his hedge fund opponent on corporate price gouging. We saw this play out in so many crucial elections. And in case you had this one on your election bingo card, Congressman-elect Chris DeLuzio in Pennsylvania was the first candidate to use the phrase corporate jagoffs in an ad. Republicans tried faux right-wing populist rhetoric, and they failed. It turns out, when the messages only seek to divide people and are backed up by absolutely zero substance, you fail. That's where we come in. Democrats won because we actually have an agenda that can work for working people of all races and all backgrounds, not just hollow rhetoric that punches down. From bold visions offered on the campaign trail to progress made in the Biden administration, we've given voters a peek at a more vibrant, inclusive future where our economy and our political system and our democracy are not held in a vice-like grip by corporations and their enablers. And now we have to deliver for them. We actually recently just put out a corporate power agenda this week, offering the new Congress a governing agenda to rebalance power away from monopolies and Wall Street, and fighting for workers and small businesses, really to confront that corporate influence that can take over our politics. And we're hoping it can help supercharge our legislative battles over the next 2 years and keep substance married with powerful messaging and encourage Democrats to pick tough fights for working people. This could not be a more timely conversation for our current political moment. And I have good news because we have an incredibly impressive panel of the perfect people to address this path forward. And with that, I would love to introduce each of our panelists and bring them on stage. Perry Bacon is a Washington Post columnist. In his work, he focuses on two major themes: the growing radicalism of the Republican Party and the right, and the efforts mostly on the left and among Democrats to create a more just, equitable society. Before joining the Post in May 2021, Perry had stints as a government and elections writer for Time Magazine, the Post Politics Desk, The Griot, and 538. He has also been an on-air analyst at MSNBC and a fellow at New America. He grew up in Louisville, and he lives there now. Maurice Mo Mitchell is an American activist and musician, currently serving as the national director of the Working Families Party, a progressive political party known for cross-endorsing candidates through fusion voting. Mitchell earned a Bachelor of Science degree in political science from Howard University, and after college, he returned to Long Island, where he worked for the Long Island Progressive Coalition. Mitchell then worked as an organizing director for Citizen Action, and during the Ferguson unrest after the shooting of Michael Brown, Mitchell temporarily relocated to Ferguson, Missouri to work with other activists. Faz Shakir is an American Democratic political advisor. He serves as senior advisor to Bernie Sanders and executive director of the nonprofit media organization More Perfect Union. Previously, he was a campaign manager for Bernie Sanders' 2020 presidential campaign, an aide to congressional leaders Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, an editor-in-chief of the Think Progress blog, and a political director at American Civil Liberties Union. Anna Greenberg has over 20 years of experience polling in the political, nonprofit, and academic sectors. She joined GQR in 2001 after teaching public opinion and survey research methodology at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government. She was the lead pollster in many successful campaigns, and in 2014 won Pollster of the Year award from the AAPC for her work with Mayor Bill de Blasio's campaign for mayor of New York City. And with that, I'd love to hand it over to our wonderful panel. Thank you so much.